Hello traders, and very good morning, and welcome to today's live market profile and order flow analysis for Nifty and the other trading instruments. This is Madhuram, and we are at episode 108. And before I go through today's analysis, live analysis, just I'd like to go through the quick disclaimer that the trading involves substantial risk and is not suitable for all investors. Also, the information which I'm sharing is for educational purposes only. And also, guys, if you have any comments, feel free to use the chat functionality, and I'll be able to take them during the live session. Okay. So with that, let me quickly share my screen, and first of all, let's look at how the auction developed, and what can be the trading scenarios. Okay. So first of all, there is some change in the colors and all that because I think my template were corrupted. So these are some of the default templates which come up with the bell TPO indicators. So I'm just reusing them, and I would say they are more or less from Dean or Anirudh. So Dean market profile, or so he's also one of my mentors, and that's what currently I'm seeing. Okay, so with that, first of all, from the daily time frame analysis, what is happening is we have a overload. Second thing is we are one time framing up, and also there is a gap, or I would say more of a island reversal gap. Okay, island gap. Okay, so what this so currently if I look at the data points, the SGX Nifty is about about 150 or 160 points up. So 9494 plus 100 95. So I think it will be opening around or above the today's gap. We will get some more clarity from the pre-open market session, and I think the current time is 9:01 a.m. IST, and we are still about 6 to 7 minutes to go before we get the data. Okay, so first of all, my reference is first of all, this gap will be getting filled today if we open with a huge gap up opening, and second thing is whether we see continuation to the upside or whether we see profit booking and it comes again below the range. Okay, so those are the two scenarios. Third, what I can see is so this is a big very big trading range. So let's say if I calculate from here, so this is a very big trading range, and this is a sort of a top of the balance, or a sort of a pullback. So what has happened is because of the corona's tension, market started falling. Then there was one pullback, then the second pullback, and then this was the third pullback. After the third pullback, that's where a gap or island gap was created, and then again the market was trading in that smaller range. Okay, so if this smaller range gets broken out, odds are higher that we'll be seeing. So basically what I see is some bullish sentiment would be present, and overall if you see the range is also increased by 400 points. Okay, so what I'm expecting is further continuation to the upside, hitting the stops which are built, and then maybe some sort of balancing activity. Okay, so that is what currently I'm expecting. Second thing is we are way above the 20 EMA, and below, so odds are high that we will reach the 200 EMA. Okay, so let's see. So first, my data point is this gap should be filled immediately, and from the volume profile perspective, let me add all these data points. And what we see is, yes, if the auction opens above, or if the auction opens even above this, and let me also add the gap. So let me delete this, and okay, so this is the gap. So let me again expand. Okay, So this is the gap, which I'm saying, which I'm expecting to be getting filled. And if you see, we are still, so this is a bigger trading range. Okay, this is a bigger trading range. And what we can expect today is the auction can open, above this gap. Then we might be tagging the structured lows, and then the sellers would step it and they will try to fill the gap. Okay, if they once they try to fill the gap, the auction should get reversed. So some of the auction paths which I'm seeing is, it will get reversed. So this is the first auction path. Second auction path, which I'm seeing is with a gap up opening. We are, just balancing, and then, we try to tag the overhigh. Okay. So there are also structured overhigh, and it reaches the top of the balance. So this is the auction path number two, which, I'm currently seeing. Auction path number three, which I'm seeing, or, which I'm getting prepared for is, despite of, opening with a gap up, the auction would come down, fill the gap, and we might see further continuation to the downside. Okay. The reason for auction path number three, the odds are less, is because a lot of sentiments, positive sentiments are there currently, and retail players, or small players, they will be looking to take a long positions. All their indicators will be saying, go long, go long, go long. But I am actually getting prepared for scenario number three, so I'll be taking a counter trade. So if it comes below, then I'll be, or if this fills this gap, and if we see further continuation to the downside, that's where I'll be taking a chance for a short trade. Okay. So these are the three scenarios, which I'm currently getting prepared for. And let me expand this. Okay. So let me just add a gap. Okay. So this is the island gap, which I'm saying it will clearly get tagged. And also from the volume profile perspective, these buyers are doing pretty good job. Sellers are getting exhausted. And if you see overall in this entire range, okay, so this is a second range, or a micro range, of from 4th of May till 29th of May. So the entire month of May, if you see, is just trading between 9600 and 8800. Okay, so this is the range, and we might see an expansion. So a blast off, a tempo will be high, a lot of profit booking will be going on, and then we see whether we see a reversal, or whether we see coming back down to the auction. Okay, so let me now quickly jump to the market profile chart, and let's quickly look at the point of references. So let me, okay, so now some of the reference areas which I have is the yesterday's low. I'll also keep, let me delete this. So the yesterday's high, let me delete this. Then the point of control, okay. Sorry, not point of control, but the high of the 13th of May, and also the high of 30th of April. So multiple point of references, which I have kept. And let me look at the structure. Okay, so from yesterday's profile, we have a prominent point of control. There are some halfbacks. Okay, so this is one reference point. This is second reference point. This third reference point, wherein inventory has went long to too long. Also, there are stops, which are getting built here. Okay. Now let me quickly jump to the profile chart of the of the 30th of April. So let me split this, and what we have here is, okay. So no over lows, no halfback. We have a small excess. Let me now merge it back. Okay. So we have got this excess also. So this zone will act as a good reversal zone. This particular zone, 9757. So now I think the time is 9:08. So let me just set up the charts, and let me pull up the NSE's website. Let me refresh. So let's quickly look at what will be the pre-open market. So 146 points up, so 9726, so 9700, and from the stock perspective, so again I'll be looking at HDFC Bank. Okay, HDFC Bank. So let me close this. So 140 points. Okay, so 9482, 9582. Okay, so it will be opening. So what from the data points, what I'm seeing is it will be opening, within this gap. Okay, so this is the gap zone, and I think let me do this. Let me draw a rectangle so that it will be clearly identified. Okay, so this is the gap zone, and what I'm seeing is the auction will be opening within the gap, and then we need to see whether we are seeing continuation to the upside or whether the auction is coming down. Okay, so currently the point of reference shifts to the high, so this 96, sorry, 9600 reference level, so 9600 reference level, and 97,000 reference level. So these are the two reference levels where I'll be measuring the confidence to take the overall trades. And this high is of just a second, 29th of April. Okay, so let me just shrink it in. Okay, so this reference, so this particular reference is 29th of April high. Okay, this is the low of 30th of April. Okay, so these are the two reference points, and then the second reference point is the high of 13th of May. Okay, so let's see. A lot of trading emotions will be going on currently, and let's see how the auction develops. And so let me delete all this, and now let me quickly jump to the crude oil chart, and let's look at what is happening in crude oil. Okay, so crude has definitely broken the range, and currently is above the range, and what I'm seeing is further continuation to the upside is seen, tagging the 200 EMA. Okay, also the current crude oil price is about $35, so $40 will be reaching there, and the next reference point which I'll be keeping is this high. Okay, so this is a major sell-off which has happened. Okay, from the volume profile perspective, okay, we are still trading above the balance, and above the range. Now the auction should not come within the range. Okay, so that is what currently I'm expecting. So let me delete all the reference levels. Let me merge all this. Okay, so we don't have that data. I think this data is 10th March. Just a second. This is for how many days? 60 days. Let me put 120 days and see if I'm getting the data for the 10th March. In the meantime, let's quickly see. So what I shared is the auction will be opening within the gap. So we need to see whether we see continuation to the upside, whether we see balancing, or whether we see profit booking and then the auction coming down. Okay. So let me jump back to the crude oil chart, and so the data point is there. So what we have here is, so this is a big single print. Okay, so this will be the point of reference, and there is a gap here. So a lot of buying power is needed, and also this reference point will be there to take a short trade. Okay, so I marked two reference points. So first of all, the auction should not come below this reference points if it is coming. So basically, if it getting a reversal, that is a good long opportunity. And if it is balancing and if it comes below, then this is a good short opportunity with that first target of weekly high, and the other targets of this double mechanical reference at AP power high. Okay, so now let me quickly shift to the Nifty's chart, and the current time is 9:14 a.m. IST, and the auction will start in next 10 seconds. Okay, so let's see how the auction opens, and let me log into my trading terminal. Okay, so the auction is open within the gap, as I shared, and so I'm just logging into my broker terminal, and let's see. Okay, so now buyers are stepping in. So positive sentiment is going on. Everyone is trying to go long because the indicators are telling them to go long. Okay, so the gap has been not yet filled. So what I'll do is, so this is the gap. Okay, so it is already above the low of 30th of April. Okay, so now we need to see whether the single print zone is getting tagged or not. And from the just a second, so let it be. Let me check the orders. So there are only 6,000 contracts traded, not huge. So currently I am getting ready for my scenario. If it comes below the low of the 30th of April, I'll be looking to take a short trade targeting the gap. Okay, so that is the scenario which I'm getting prepared for. Second scenario, if it is trading around the low, then I'll be taking a long position targeting filling this single print zone. Okay, so these are the two scenarios which currently I'm getting prepared for. So stacked buyers are there, and 10,000 contracts has been traded. If you see, the commitment of traders from buy side is much high, and sell side is much low. So odds increases, odd favors to tag or clear the single print zone. Okay, so let me clear everything on my watch list. So let the markets go, let the market rise. No point in chasing. Okay, and if it continues, then it looks like it will continue to trade higher, and we might have a trending day today. And what can happen is it will clear the high. Okay, so let's see whether that scenario is happening or not. So my cache is disabled, only MCX and derivatives is open. Okay, even my USD, that is also disabled. That's fine. Okay, so the auction is now going to tag the clearly the single print. It's gonna clear it. So if you see 15,000, so a lot of people are jumping. Overall, if you see the cumulative delta is damn, it's pretty huge. So everyone is jumping the boat. Everyone is buying, buying, buying. So good gap up opening. Island gap is filled. There is this small gap of 43 points, which has not yet been cleared. Okay, still it is trying to make new highs. So the time is 9:20, and the auction is closed above VWAP. Buyers are still stepping in. And if we look at the number of contracts traded, so first 5 minutes 17,000, and right now it's still going higher. So the push needs to be continued. Okay, so this is a visual reference where sellers are now stepping in. Okay, so I'm not looking for any trades for the moment. Let the market play out, because my setup is not getting ready, it's not getting prepared. So let it tag, let it go up. So a lot of emotions are going on, everyone is buying, and now the auction is just tagging or developing, or just chopping around the single print zone, this reference level. Okay, so I'm just going on mute, and I'll be just observing what is happening. So in the meantime, if you have any comments, please do feel free to jump in. So the auction is still. So I've just marked the 3 data points. So these are the 3 reference levels which currently I've kept, and so I'm now looking to take a short trade, but I have not yet entered any trades. So let's just see what happens. Okay. So currently what I've done is I have added only one option price. So I'm planning to short 9900 calls. So let's see whether I'm able to get an opportunity or not. So in the meantime, I'm just going on mute, and let's just observe. So guys, no trade for the moment. It looks like the high will be getting tagged, and I think so. Just do observe this, and with that, I'll be ending the today's session. So I would request you to please do like, subscribe, and press the bell icon if you like this video. And still not taken any trades yet. So just observe the market profile charts and the reference areas which I've shared. Okay. So with that, I'll be ending the today's session, and let's again catch up tomorrow. Yeah. Take care and bye for now.